And now for the one more thing you've all been waiting for. Prepare for the most comprehensive deep dive we've ever done.
Here we go.
For the biggest game we've ever built. So sit tight and enjoy Starfield Direct.
Even without those, that was incredible. That was actually incredible.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us today.
Toddy
and
boy!
Welcome to Bethesda Game Studios. You know, we've been so lucky over the decades to make the kind of games that we love here. And that's thanks to all of you. From the Elder Scrolls to Fallout, we love creating these worlds and playing in them just as much as you do. And throughout all that time, we'd often talk about and dream up the space game. What if we could take that feeling of being who you want to be and exploring a new world, but set it in space, where you weren't really limited in where you could go or what you could do. And that is Starfield. Obviously, we've come a long way since then. With the games we've built, our technology, and all of us here in the studio, we've done so much together, but, well, we've never tried to make a game like this. Today, you'll get to hear from many on the team and see so much of what we think makes our game special. So let's jump in and take a look. Starfield is our first new universe in over 25 years. But it's still a Bethesda RPG
Version van needs to get fast.
Where you step into a new world and you get that feeling of unlimited possibilities. But this time, it's not just one world. It's over 1,000 worlds.
Holy crap!
Because the choice of where to go, it's not ours, it's yours. And it wasn't until now that we had the technology to create it. From the rocks at your feet, to the mountains in the distance, to the people and creatures that live in these worlds. That isn't just a backdrop. That moon is actually there orbiting the planet. Yes, you can visit it too. We realistically simulate the galaxy around you. Our next-generation lighting model uses real-time global illumination to light the world based on the type of star and the makeup of the planet's atmosphere. We also have an all-new animation system. And of course, you can play it in third person.
Yes, third person. I don't have to look
at it in first person.
I don't have to look these things directly in the eye. That's what makes it so hard for me in some other game.
We love exploration and rewarding it, but you do explore differently in this game given its scale. That usually involves exploring an area you've landed in. You can collect resources, do a mission, and maybe even stumble upon something unexpected. We do love stuff and all of the items allowing you to pick everything up, and you can view all that in your data menu. This is the hub for everything you're doing, from your skills to your ship, your missions, and your inventory. We love to pack a ton of detail in every object, from all of your weapons to spacesuits,
Wow.
to food. We just obsess over the details, and food. We obsess over food. When you're done exploring, you can walk back or fast travel to your ship. We have companions and crew you can take with you. I left Vasco here back at my ship.
Welcome back, Captain Howard.
And he can even say your name. Let's head out.
Our mission was to convey the wonder and majesty of space exploration, to evoke the romance
Bethesda,
of the golden age.
listen to me
of
very
space
closely.
travel. And we've been referring to this approach as
You have
NASA Punk.
the
This means
chance
the
to
design
release the
language where tech
game
is
of a
advanced,
generation.
yet still looks grounded and relatable.
For us, it's that contrast. That's where the visual interest is.
Don't mess
Obviously,
this
the
up.
NASA, which is the rigid, hard function over style, and then punk, which is all about style.
There's looks,
You can see that
and
visual
there's
style
pizzazz.
coming through in your ship.
But then
Your
there's
ship is your
execution.
home for you and your
Don't
crew.
screw this
And
up,
like
because
many
this
of the
could
spaces
be
in
the
our
game of a
it has
generation.
slightly retro and analog touch, a bit of lo-fi rather than sci-fi, where everything is well used, worn, and lived in.
Alrighty. What's the plan, Captain?
This is your star map. It starts with the planet you're currently on. You can see all of its info and resources. You can choose a landing spot or fast travel to known locations. Backing out further, you can view all the planets in the system. Obviously, the game is big, and it's here you can see planets that have key locations, missions, or life on them, versus the many planets that are barren but resource heavy. Zoom out even further to see all the systems in this part of the galaxy. Here, you can plot a course to ones that are light years away. This uses your ship's grav drive to fold space and jump to these systems. And you will need to upgrade your ship and skills if you want to jump to the most distant ones. But for now, we'll plot a course to the Alpha Centauri system, where we can find the city of New Atlantis.
Welcome to UC Space. Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo. Scan complete. You are cleared for landing at New Atlantis.
You can't see me, but I'm sitting here. My mouth is wide open. I am speechless.
Eyes are guided upwards to just these boundless, vast buildings.
It's the biggest city we've ever made, not just in size, but also in the amount of custom art, crowds, and quests.
So the main focus when we're designing a city is obviously what supports the story. We try and tell as many small stories as possible.
This is a Colony War memorial.
It's a few moments of gameplay that make the space feel like it's full of real characters that are going about their day-to-day lives.
It's paralyzing if you really stop and think about it.
Buddy, it's coffee.
It's also where your adventure with Constellation begins.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about.
By the time you meet them, Constellation is sort of seen as this mythical group. Most people don't even know they exist anymore. They're the last true explorers in the galaxy, and they're trying to find the answers to some of humanity's biggest questions.
The artifacts are so different, so alien, and I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you. The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
Oh my god. Look at how it's coming together.
That means there's a set built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
It's definitely an eclectic cast of characters. You've got Sarah Morgan, the ex-soldier and adventurer, now Constellation's leader. Mateo, the theologian who believes that there's definitely something else out there. Noel, the gifted scientist and Sarah Morgan's protege. And Walter, a very successful businessman in the settled systems and Constellation's financier.
Anything goes as long as you have the money.
There's also Vlad, the ex-pirate, Sam Coe, the former space cowboy, and Barrett.
You know what I hate about these pirates? Completely resistant to my otherwise irresistible charm.
The journey you take with Constellation is just the first of many you'll embark on. The Settled Systems is home to all kinds of different stories, people, and adventures for you to uncover. The United Colonies is where you'll find New Atlantis, the first major human settlement in space. The people who live here value law, discipline, and the legacy of humanity. They consider themselves the true children of Earth.
You ever think of joining up with a
They kind of
vanguard
walk into that by
of the
naming your
United
character
Colonies,
Walter.
Even get your UC citizenship?
New Atlantis isn't the only city within the United Colonies. The city of Sidonia on Mars to this day serves as the largest mining facility for the United Colonies. Beyond the United Colonies' reach, you might find yourself in a much more wild and independent coalition of star systems. This is Freestar Collective Space. The capital of the Freestar Collective is Aquila City.
The Stone Root Inn is an Aquila City fixture.
A ranger relies on judgment and intuition to do what's best for the people.
Neon started out as a fishing platform, but is now known throughout the Settled Systems as a pleasure city, where almost anything goes.
If you've got
okay.
issues, this definitely isn't the job for you.
Ryujin is hiring the best and brightest of today for our future tomorrow.
Everyone has been chewed up and ground up.
Pleasure system.
Try not to get yourself killed, all right?
Outside the bounds of civilized space, there are still plenty of unclaimed systems to explore, but these areas are also home to the most hostile factions in the galaxy.
The great serpent hungers. All heathens shall be made dust in time.
A new face. This is the face of a brave runner here to challenge the Red Mile.
They think the galaxy is theirs. They are wrong. It belongs to the Crimson Fleet. It always has.
In Starfield, we're pushing our cities and settlements further than we ever have before. It's all there, waiting for you. A slice of humanity's future.
So, ready to get out there?
Throughout the galaxy, there are so many things to see and stories to experience. But the most important story is the one that you tell. I'm the type of person who spends hours in character creation, and I think people are going to be really excited when they see all of the improvements we've made.
One of the biggest overhauls was done through our character generation system. We scanned a wide range of faces from different age groups and ethnicities, and by mixing and matching all that data, we were able to create highly detailed and diverse characters.
We use that exact system to create all of the characters and NPCs you're going to see in the game, so any character you see almost always is a character you could make yourself.
Hey,
well, damn.
Come on. Okay, take it easy. You were out cold. No physical damage. Mentally, the jury's still out. You know who you are?
Hey!
New recruit for Argos Extractors? Ring any bells? Any of this look familiar?
You start your character creation journey as though you're cycling through employee records. You'll pick from a lineup of 40 presets, and that'll be your starting point.
40 presets.
Your journey from there can be as detailed.
The most
or as
I've
quick
ever
as
seen
you
in a
want it
game
to
was
be.
is
This
8.
new system has more to offer than ever before.
It's also the simplest character generation system we've ever had. We let the player get as close as possible to make whatever they want. With the various facial morphs you can blend together, the dermesthetic and makeup, blemishes, scars, piercings, teeth settings. It's a lot, but I think it's the most fun to use.
Character creation is more than just how you look. This is also where you start to decide who you want to be. That's where backgrounds come in. Backgrounds give you a bit of backstory and start you out with 3 basic skills.
From chef to Dusty. You know, the crew still has a betting pool about which restaurant critic you must have crossed to wind up here.
What's great about backgrounds is you never know when yours is going to come in handy. You could be in the middle of a fancy restaurant talking to some guy, and suddenly you learn he needs a beast hunter to help track down a monster.
Fine. I probably should stick to professionals anyway, given what happened the last time.
We're also giving you the option to customize your build even further by letting you pick up to 3 traits. Traits are completely optional, and they come with their own advantages and disadvantages. You could choose to meet your biggest fan.
By Vectera! Is it really you?
He'll join your crew and he'll give you gifts if you're willing to put up with his constant commentary.
I can't believe I get to stand near
You have the choice to get an actual claptrap human.
I've got to have every molecule.
My favorite trait is kid stuff. You have to pay some credits to support your parents, but they're very sweet, and it's really fun to go visit them.
Honey, we got ourselves a visitor.
Oh my god!
I came across some hostile zealots in space, but because
Alright,
I
that's
chose a
awesome.
trait that made me the same religion as them, I was able to get by without any issues.
There's another great one that gives you a damage buff when your health is low, but mercenaries will randomly show up and try to kill you. No matter what you choose, there will be plenty of ways for you to tell your story. And if you want to remove a trait, there are ways to do that too.
What a view! It's a feast for the eyes. Off we go to another adventure.
You can backstab your adoring fan. Oh my gosh.
Once you've built the perfect character, that's when your journey can really begin. We took what we loved about skills and perks from our previous games and put them together to create an all-new skill system. Each time you level up, you get a skill point.
Tentacles.
Which can be used to unlock or rank up skills.
How many skill trees are there?
Ranks are unlocked by completing challenges associated with that skill.
And you can
Challenges become
backstab him.
increasingly difficult as you work your way to higher ranks. With our 5 different skill trees,
5
and 4
skill-
ranks per
what?
skill, there's a lot to choose from.
I like the Xenosociology skill because it lets you mind control aliens.
Boost pack out of the gate. I'm boost packing everywhere.
I like maxing out my physical tree so I can get neuro strikes and just punch my way through combat. That one's a lot of fun.
Invest in the skills that suit your playstyle.
I'm very much a stealth player. So, I'm out there pickpocketing everyone. My favorite part about being stealthy is slowly creeping through vents like you're in a movie and then jumping out and springing on people.
Whenever possible, I like to talk my way through situations.
This area's off limits. Fine, I'll issue you an access card.
I'm more of a run and gun player. I like doing the death from above thing where I boost pack over guys and I throw landmines at them. I like blowing stuff up.
Exploration is a key aspect of all our games. In Starfield, there are full star systems with new life, resources, and adventures. Our team worked hard to strike a balance between fun and realism. We studied data from NASA and a multitude of other sources to help us make the world feel believable. From the way we approached planetary atmospheres to the way we placed biomes based on the planet's distance from the sun. Once we had created a grounded world,
we can start looking at all the things that make that world fun. When you leave a planet and head into space, you'll be navigating asteroid fields, having chance meetings with interesting strangers, dogfighting in space, and exploring derelict ships. It's all out there. Ultimately, it's about rewarding your curiosity, because whether it's on the surface of a planet, the alleys of a city, or the vastness of space, you never know what you'll find.
Hello.
Hello.
Finally.
It's took long enough. Could you send me the link to the stream?
Yeah, I'm watching the Game Awards one.
Space exploration is possible thanks to your ship. Your ship is almost like having another character or home you can make all your own. I think you'll be blown away by the amount of stuff you can do.
Oh, I am
You can buy
surprised
a
it took
ship.
them this long.
I'm sure you can find something you like.
I am too.
Customize and upgrade that ship.
That's right, the ship
And hire a
upgrade
crew
system
to keep
is
it
like
up and running.
so in-depth in this game.
And it all starts in spaceports. Every spaceport
my
has a
God.
ship technician where you can purchase, sell, and modify ships.
Anything I can help you with?
Maybe you start off with a speedy fighter that's perfect for bounty hunting. Then you might round out your ship roster with a hulking space freighter to run cargo missions, or even do a little smuggling. For now, though, we're going to take our starting ship, the Frontier,
This game
and make
almost
some
sounds
changes.
too good to be true.
You can
I know.
customize and upgrade everything you see here.
Do not
And you have
F
two ways
this
to do
up,
that.
Bethesda.
You can quickly upgrade individual
If they
systems
fuck
like
this
your
up,
weapons
I'll
or
be
shields, or you can deep
shocked.
dive and enter the shipbuilder
They're
mode.
showing gameplay.
Here you
They're
can
showing
change
working
anything,
gameplay, so I don't
from the
see how they could
systems
mess it
to the
up.
look and
But there's
layout.
still that chance, and it scares me.
Adding a new habitat module can give you more room.
I'm
for
gonna
crew.
avoid all of the press
Adding
things at the beginning
cowling can
because
change
it's a
your ship's
Bethesda
overall
game. It's gonna
silhouette.
have a bit of jank.
An improved
Yeah,
grav
that's
drive
kind of
allows for
the
longer
charm.
distance space jumps. You can even
If this can be
fully
preloaded on
customize your
Game
paint
Pass after
jobs
the
to
stream,
get the
I'm gonna go and
exact
preload
look
it.
you want. The parts you choose to build with don't just affect your ship's stats. They'll also affect what you can do inside
On
your
Xbox
ship.
Series X. I'm playing
You
this
can
on
have
the big
modules
screen.
for crafting, or for storing and displaying your
I
weapons.
don't think I'm going to be streaming this
Starfield's
game.
in-game ship manufacturers
I'm
bring
gonna
their
be
own
playing
look and
this
feel to
by
every
myself.
piece of your ship. From living quarters to cargo holds,
Hey, I can't really blame you.
mess
I don't
halls,
think I'm
and
going to
control
either.
rooms.
Mainly because it's a story game that I have been waiting for 5 years. I'm not ruining it.
Our modified Frontier is a
I
practical
ruined
ship, but with a
Skyrim
little
and Fallout for
creativity,
me because
your
I
ship can
better
look
play
like
them. So I was too
almost
young to
anything
play
you
them.
want.
It's a bit odd, but one of my favorite ways of customizing ships is I make them look like animals.
I like
The
this lady.
HMS Platypus, as I called it, where it had like a giant tail to it.
This
And
is
we've done
insane.
spiders, we've done mechs. So it's really whatever your imagination
We've done
is.
dicks, but we're not going to show that.
And while you can build your home among the stars the way you want to, you're
I know for a
probably not
fact
the
that they've
only
done that
person
at
who
least
will call
once.
your ship home.
Ready to lift off when you are, Captain.
Engines ready.
The Frontier is fueled and
I'm going to
ready,
get your
Captain.
chat open now.
Some of the members of Constellation can join you on your journey. These companions can serve on your crew, and they'll always be there when you travel.
We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
Each companion comes with their own valuable skills for your ships and outposts, as well as unique quest lines. Eventually, some friendships might blossom into romance.
I don't know that I've
Romance?
ever
Hold
really
on.
loved anyone.
You weren't
except you.
expecting that?
And if you're looking
No.
for a little extra help on your ship, you can always hire additional
I
crew at
regret to
spaceports.
inform you that's
Got
like
any
half
room
of
on your
Fallout
ship
4.
for someone like me?
You'll also meet potential crew members out in the world.
Still think there might be a spot for me on your ship? I gotta get off this rock.
Assign crew to your ship or outposts, and their unique skills will affect how they run.
Absolutely close in the chat because it is toxic.
And just like companions, most crew members can lend a hand in the field. Take Bosco, for instance.
He's designed around the core basics of a NASA machine.
Please avoid getting shot. You might die.
No, really?
More personality, so I elongated the limbs. This tends to make him feel more human-like and give him a little personality.
I might die if I get shot. I'm sorry, chat.
So much bloodshed.
Using the shipbuilding tools and crew selection features in Starfield, you'll be able to build and captain the ship of your dreams.
So this says ship customization. It's probably going to have
And now,
house
let's take to the
customization.
sky.
The best character creator in the series by far. A new Vegas-style dialogue system, which I was not expecting.
The entire thing
Bethesda, please do not fuck this up.
We're putting you.
The entire video is an hour and 52 minutes. Because this is premiered, I can look up the link. There's about 20 minutes
for
left.
us as developers.
Of this?
Space
Yeah,
flight
this.
should be exciting and dangerous.
The hell are they going to
And
show in the
you
last 20
should feel
minutes?
like you're in complete control every step of the way. We've extended that sense of control to ship combat. It's not about just hitting your triggers to fire your weapons. It's a complex dance between your piloting skills and our power allocation system.
I can't pilot a spaceship for
Boosting
shit.
power to your engines will make your ship faster.
Oh.
Powering up the ground drives will shorten the amount of time it takes before you can make a jump.
You know, I really like that.
It's realistic. However,
I can finally have a Star
moving your
Trek
power to your
moment where I
weapons
put all my
and
power
shields
into
means you're ready
beam.
for a fight. You should always be on your toes because you're not alone out there.
I mean, the game's coming out September 6th. They've
Unlocking
kept
the
it.
targeting control system skill will allow you to zero in
Main
on
jump
It's set in stone.
of the ship you
yeah,
target.
main jump scare boom every time I see this game name. I wonder if it will ever actually come out. It will, September 6th, 2023.
They didn't change the day on us last second, so it has to be
After
coming out.
destroying an enemy ship, you can loot the remains from your
It
cockpit.
has been a minute, man. I hope
You
you've
can
been
always
doing
turn
good.
any ship that engages you into scrap. But you can also take a more personal approach by docking with the enemy vessel and boarding their ship.
Docking? Oh no. You have been hearing about it for years. This game's been in works for at least 10. They announced it 5 years ago. Yesterday.
Yep.
Once you've taken control of an enemy ship, it's yours. Add it to your fleet and retrieve it at any spaceport.
Oh, you
But
can
space
just
is
steal other
way
people's
more than
ships.
fighting for your life. Just like when you're planetside, there are plenty of sights to see and stops to make on the way to your next adventure. Like these massive star yards. Walk the halls, talk to the crew, maybe get talked into buying a whole new ship.
A civilian in my star yard.
Yeah,
Let's see
it's been
giving
about
you a proper ship.
5 years.
Maybe you'll dock with a
That was a
gigantic
traditional
battleship like the
Maori
UC Vigilance.
tattoo. I was not expecting that.
Or rub elbows with the galaxy's wealthy elite on a cruise ship fit for the stars. There are plenty of personal encounters to be had as well.
Well, they
You
weren't
can
kidding
hail
about
any
making
ship
it the
you
most
come across
inclusive
to
character
trade,
creator
swap
ever.
info, or maybe even commit an act of piracy.
Let's do this.
When I'm playing, I generally go crazy.
Oh.
I definitely go like the more piracy routes. I want to
I'm
take
alright,
over
guys, hope you
ships.
can-
I'm going
my
to
partner
board
in
ships.
Berlin
I'm
next
like,
week
this
just
is
got
now
through rather
mine.
stressful-
I
rather
steal all
stressful
the
crunch phase
sandwiches
working
and
hours
put
in
them,
theater about it.
you know, in my cargo
No, I'm
hold
glad
that I
you're
have
doing
specifically
okay.
for sandwiches.
Glad that
I don't
crunch
wanna play
phase is over.
hero.
Those
are
I
never-
wanna
sandwiches.
go out and just start taking things from people as quickly as possible.
Some strangers might be looking for a little human connection in the darkness of space.
Uh-oh.
Hello, stranger.
Grandma.
Cooking up some food. If you want to come
Oh
on
my
over, just
gosh.
stop by.
Some of the best moments are the ones you discover on your own.
Grandma.
The thing I love most about Starfield is that it is a Bethesda game through and through.
It's really about going to strange new places, meeting interesting people, and getting sidetracked on zany adventures. Then, realizing 2 hours later that you're involved in a completely new story.
You're human. We thought we were the only ones to leave Earth.
That DNA is so present here. It's in our random encounters, it's in our handcrafted quests, and it feels so cool to play it and just make your own path in this universe. There are over 1,000 planets out there, just waiting for you to visit.
Here's how they did gas stations.
We want you to feel like
gas
explorers,
plants.
breaking ground on new planets, exploring every inch of a mostly untouched galaxy. We want you to feel hopeful. We want you to feel this sense of awe and wonder, and sometimes a little fear. We're giving you a massive playground and a ton of toys, and just setting you free.
It's a Bethesda game too, so this game will still be alive in like 10 years just because of mods.
Yep.
Hey
That's
everybody,
the big
we've
reason
shown
I'd
you
buy it
so
on
much
PC
stuff,
for the
but
mods.
We thought we'd just take a little break and show you something a little bit different. You know, we put so much detail into our game worlds, and we love the opportunity to bring that into the real world.
Nice
with our
Wolfenstein
collector's
book
editions.
there.
And for this game, we've done a watch. It is the Constellation Explorer's Watch.
They just made a watch
that you actually get in the game that acts as part of your HUD, where
okay.
it's the compass and then environmental information.
Luna.
It connects to your phone,
God
and gives you
damn it.
notifications and other information. And we've also designed this really cool case that it comes with, Eastvan.
Yeah, we
Todd
really took
is-
as much care
Todd
in
is-
designing this case as we
Todd
did
is
the
great.
watch. Our attention to detail in the game totally translates to this. Inspired by the cases that the astronauts used during the Apollo era to bring back samples from the moon. It's got an intricate locking mechanism, authentic, heavy, comes with a Constellation patch, NATO strap, and the overall functionality and believability of this as something that would exist in the world, in the Starfield universe.
Oh, and hey, take this. You'll
This is
find
a watch
very
I'd wear.
there, and it even tells the time.
We actually have something else.
Hope it's not a
Now that we're
collector's
part of
edition limited
Xbox,
item.
We get to work with the amazing people on the Xbox hardware team, and together we have created this custom limited
a
edition
Starfield controller.
It's awesome.
It's gay.
It is now, you know, our favorite controller.
We love this because it's inspired by the actual controls of your spaceship. And not only that, we've created the first ever custom headset with Xbox.
Wow.
And this is
They have a Starfield line of merchandise. I hope they didn't spend more time on this in the actual game. I doubt it, but
Considering the amount of PR they're putting into this, if they fuck it up,
it will be catastrophic for Bethesda if they have to suck.
this game has to be, I hate to make the pun, but it has to be stellar. Or it's gonna be shit. And of course, you're gonna see immediately that none of the gaming journalists are happy. Because they never are.
Typically, if the game journalists aren't happy, the fans are. I figured that out.
In every one of our games, we always put so much care into all those little details that breathe life into our worlds. But Starfield
There's gonna
isn't
be a
just
hell of
Bethesda
a lot
Game
of
Studios
Easter eggs
world. It's a
to all of
Bethesda
their
Game
other
Studios
games, kind of
galaxy.
like the Adoring Fan is to
So why
Oblivion.
go this big with Starfield?
And I'm
Because we
willing
wanna
to
give
bet
you
that people are going to be
freedom on a
finding them
galactic
for the
level.
first time in about 10 years.
The freedom to experience both the exciting planets and the quiet ones. Scanning a planet before you land is a great way to get a sneak peek at the available resources you can use for crafting, building, and customizing.
Oh shit.
I think what's cool about this whole system that we generate the planet itself as a procedural content, but the handcrafted content itself
Levesque. I
comes
love that
as the
name.
player explore. Our system builds a planet as the player approaches it. We stitch together a block of terrain. After that, we have the system that adds interesting locations for the player to explore, creatures to encounter.
I highly
and
doubt
plans to pick up.
that there's ever going to be such a thing as a
It
mod
allows us
conflict
to
in
add
this
that
game.
touch of environmental storytelling that Bethesda is known for.
Because you could just move it about 20 meters to the
Aggressive
left.
creatures have been disrupting our experiments.
There's enough
Their
space.
habitat isn't far from here. If you could take care of them for us, we would be in your debt.
So even if your friends were to visit the same planet that you had, you would have a different story to tell.
Ooh, combat gameplay. Whee.
I love the damage indicators.
That double barrel had like a no kick to it, and that was disappointing, but the rest of it seems fine.
It's completely up to you how you want to interact with each planet. Whether you want to explore and see what you can find, harvest resources and be on your way, or simply take in the views. With the help of your scanner, you'll chart the uncharted and discover exotic wildlife.
The UI is what you'd expect for this kind of game. I mean,
figure out that certain creatures and
crazy,
plants,
but it's
like it.
build an outpost.
It's pretty simple to understand.
Resources from those plants and animals.
I love the skill trees. I'm always a sucker for a good,
rewards
in-depth
for
skill
surveying
tree.
planets and fully surveying.
It seems like they
system.
took what they learned from the Skyrim skill tree. Because on that, it's technically like
these creatures,
18
we really
skill
wanted to think
trees.
of them as natural
Just
to
for
the environment.
perks.
We didn't want alien monsters. We
They
wanted
kind of
native
just
wildlife.
shortened it down.
Something you've never seen before.
When it comes to our exteriors, when the sun moves, all that light is calculated in real time through the atmosphere. Our biggest goal for lighting with Starfield was to make the game feel more filmic, to use lighting and color to really make it feel more cinematic.
There's definitely some No Man's Sky vibes in this, I agree.
I'm really interested in the lighting because of like that's gonna be interesting as shit. Because yeah, different colors of light interact with the atmosphere differently. Well, I know what I'm doing. I'm finding the coldest possible planet and I'm settling there.
After some exploring, you can find a spot to set up a base camp.
Oh, this is exactly what I wanted
Outposts
to
can
hear.
be built almost anywhere on
Building.
any planet. And the habitat modules come in all shapes and sizes, filling all different purposes. You can even live in them. Assign
Whoa.
crew and companions to work at your outposts for added bonuses and set up extractors to harvest resources while you're away.
Oh my god.
Something cool we have this time is we have a new fly cam where you can toggle between on-foot building, or you can now use a top-down isometric
Oh, thank
camera, which
fuck.
helps plan out larger parts of the outpost and placing those larger halves. So that way you can really plan your structures and what the overall feel of your outpost is. And then when you're on your feet, you can really decorate and fine-tune things much easier.
Thank fuck for that top-down thing, because building in Fallout 4 is the most frustrating shit on the planet. When it works, it's great, but it's so frustrating. That top-down thing is gonna make it so much better.
This has every aspect
crafting and
of
research
other games
stations
that
in
I
your
love.
outposts to utilize any
It's
resources you find
research.
or already have.
Oh my gosh.
Mod your weapons to adapt them to
There's-
your playstyle.
there is
Different
weapon
sights and
customers.
scopes, larger magazines, a selection
This
of
has
grips
every
and barrels,
aspect of a
different
game.
ammunition like
This has
explosive
every
rounds.
single aspect so far that I loved about Skyrim, and every single
All you
aspect I
stealth
loved about
players out there
Fallout,
will surely need a suppressor.
especially New Vegas as well.
You can also choose to go hands-on with melee weapons.
I think it's always a delicate balance between like what's realistic, what's sim, and what's
You
Hollywood.
can show what
And I
building
think we
across
sort of
multiple
err on the
stories.
side of, like,
I'm
what's fun
assuming
for
it
the
must
player.
be easy, like possible. They
has to
probably
be
just felt like it.
Starfield, we
They probably just felt like they didn't need to show it.
But I mean,
It's more
it's a
dynamic, the
habitat
animations are more
module more than
fluid.
it is a house. So I wonder if it's like these space strategy
It
games
just feels
where it's
great.
just one big, one-story
We probably
habitat.
have more mods and more weapons in this game than I want to say any other game we've done before. There's a lot of variety.
Upgraded gear is just one of the many factors to pay attention to when engaging in combat.
There is so much to this game
based on your environment. Gravity is different for each planet, and boost packs are excellent for getting around.
Right, gravity's going to be different everywhere.
Sometimes you'll even feel like you're flying. Zero-gravity environments pose a different challenge. Firing a ballistic weapon in zero-G will actually push you backwards.
Oh,
Energy
okay.
Weapons, on the other hand, offer
Some of these things, some other games don't actually pay attention
We
to
also
that.
have mag weapons. These are high-powered electromagnetic induction ballistic arrays.
Avowed has a steam gun.
Yeah, ray guns.
Targeting laser.
Not ray
Dish out
gun, rail
some
guns.
Serious damage. Whether you want to get up close and personal with your own two fists, or you like more compact weapons like pistols and submachine guns, or maybe you prefer something bigger.
Ooh.
Starfield's got you covered.
Minigun, minigun, minigun.
That really was a minigun. The combat looks fucking amazing. It's impressive, actually. I still think some of the weapons could do with more kick. Like that double barrel is really fucking weak. It didn't feel like you're very powerful. Hi! Spider.
Didn't like that. But
Plant
it's in
spider.
It's in third person. I can handle it a little better. I will be playing this game exclusively in third person.
I don't blame you. You may have to go into first person for the interior corridors. Because this isn't going to be as open as ESO is. This is going to be fucking tight. Or such. I already know that it's going to be like a month before we start seeing like the big mods, and I already know that one of those big mods is going to be a Star Wars.
Thanks again for being with us today. We are just so grateful that you've taken the time and spent it here.
Yeah, third person in tight quarters.
Yeah. There's a lot to the game, even more than we could show here.
In ESO, it's fine because those areas are usually enormous anyways.
That only a game like this can bring. When I think about what makes it special,
mainly because they have to accommodate, you know, like
this game is a reflection of the incredible and passionate team that made it. All of them.
It's really hard to be in first person in Skyrim and Fallout.
So let's hear some of their favorite moments.
Because of the tight corridors. You're constantly going now.
I love the way that our final combination of all the new tech has come together to create some of the most beautiful sunsets and sunrises we've ever had in any of our games.
I love the creatures, the exploration, every biome is different. The word that comes to mind is vast.
I like to use our photo mode to take rock star photos.
I just love that constant feel of discovery.
I'm gonna keep
I can't
my eye out
there's more here.
for any of like Morrowind or Skyrim creatures.
Systems. My favorite part is every time
If I see an alert, I'm telling you where to find them.
Experience.
You spend all this time building your ship, and you see it on the landing pad. These things are gigantic.
This is one of those games that I could just sit in a voice chat with people who also have it. Not even play multiplayer, just play it all day.
Going, I know the gravity's low here. I think I can make that jump.
My favorite part is biomes, spaceships, audio design, planets, the day-night cycle.
Yeah, the photo modes, I'm not a huge photo mode guy, but I see the use in them, because they are tedious to work with.
I love the robot so much.
I guess I should be a...
Cyberpunk's photo modes did pretty damn well.
I guess I should be a photo mode guy, because I make YouTube thumbnails for part of my job, so
some people might find
I feel like I need to, but...
Oh, that's right, Ben.
Yeah, you kind of need to figure it out for
The thing that
that.
I enjoy most about the game is the freedom.
Let's go into
to
photo
be
mode
who you
while
wanna
you're in the
be,
middle of battle.
do what you
I don't see
wanna
any
do.
problem happening with that.
It's what you've come to expect from a Bethesda title, but on a much bigger scale.
They've sold the game on me. If this is a massive flop, I'm going to be
On behalf
disappointed.
of all of us, we can't wait for you to play Starfield and make your own special moments.
Let's go.
They hyped this direct up for 3 months, and they did not disappoint. Now it's on
they
them
really did not.
in the next 3 months to deliver a product that is the once-in-a-generation thing that they try to promote here. I will feel betrayed by Todd Howard if this is not the game it's made out to be. Pre-order now. Pre-order now open. And they've announced the first DLC, Shattered Space, as part of the Premium Edition.
My Opera just crashed.
$5 days early access for the Premium Edition as well. So you could play September 1st.